Hi, I'm Courtney McQuade with Markets Group here at our Private Equity Europe event in London. With me is Boriana Karastoyanova. She is the Managing Director at Neuberger Berman. Boriana, it's great to see you.
Courtney, pleasure to be here.
So you just came off of a panel discussing the global macro outlook of the private equity markets right now. What were some of the key takeaways?
Key takeaway is recognition that we are living in an environment that has high complexity across underlying portfolio company metrics, industry dynamics, valuation re-rating, higher interest rate environment, geopolitical complexity, name it, we live in that environment. Having said all that, private equity is not a homogeneous asset class. There are many different segments where with the right approach, specialization of skill set, and teams, you can create attractive opportunities with the potential to generate very strong and appealing risk-adjusted returns.
Wonderful. And what about on the LP side?
Yes, from a secondary market perspective, we believe we're in a very interesting environment, really driven by the need to, one, actively manage your private equity exposure, whether you're being a limited partner or a general partner. And specifically, given the macro backdrop, we're experiencing a lot of illiquidity in the market. So lack of distributions driven by sharp declines over the last 2 years in both IPO and M&A markets. Having said that, there's some green shoots, but the underlying secular trend of opportunity to find attractive ways to manage liquidity stay. And we've seen that in the numbers. Year to date, the secondary private equity market is up over 60% versus activity in the last year. And we're probably on pace to hit $140 billion of volume, being split roughly 50-50 across LP and GP-led transactions.
Incredible. And what is your area of focus right now? What are you and your team looking at?
We continue to focus on both LP and GP-led secondary opportunities. We find on the LP side of the market, investors are really grasping with large amount of unrealized net asset value and also being tactical and strategic in their allocations. So we see portfolios of both diversified LP stakes, almost targeted by sector and by geography. And our really focus is on identifying high quality assets, high conviction investment opportunities alongside specialized high quality GPs. So we believe that trend will continue to stay even when liquidity normalizes a little bit back in the market. On the GP-led side, we think it's when executed well, it's a win-win-win situation for all the constituents. Thinking from the perspective of the limited partners, that provides a liquidity optionality. You can exit an investment or you can continue to compound value if you do not have a time constraint. From a GP's perspective, it allows them to continue to hold on their high conviction assets and compound value without disrupting a ton the underlying management teams. And from an investor bias perspective in the GP-led space, it really allows you to pick in a highly aligned manner with the general partner, high conviction and well-performing assets.
Fantastic. And we're just about halfway through the first day of this 2-day forum, Boriana. How are you enjoying it so far? What are you hearing?
It's a pleasure to be here in London, a global capital in the world, and interacting with active allocators and investors. There's always a lot to learn and hear tidbits about private equity, private credit, real assets, and continue to be encouraged by the innovation that we see and face in the market.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me, Boriana.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And we're live from the sidelines of Private Equity Europe.